Hello guys, my name is 𝗵𝗲𝗁 and I am today in Coventry showing a private group with 𝗏𝗏 Hussain inner cycle project. This house is converted to two-bedroom flats, and this is what we're going to see today. Inner Circle is a program where 𝗏𝗏 Hussain take on students who wants to start in property investing, and I'm humbled to be a part of that group. Come in with me and let's have a look at this project. Welcome guys, then it's nice that you can come and attend this meeting on Saturday. It's always exciting on the projects because I think it's nice to learn on the real projects and see the struggles on what we didn't account for, what mistakes we've made. So we start with how we bought this property, and then with the conversion, the costs, and the plan for, and obviously the garden, which was a bit of a problem. This property was advertised on auction in around November last year, and the investor was selling some of his properties to release some cash. Apparently he had lots of problems with it. The builders just left it, abandoned the project, and he became fed up with that. And we become straight away really interested in the project because it had the planning for converting it into two flats, and it was partly done. So we thought that it wouldn't be as costly to just finish it off, but it had all the extensions done, it had the back of the house done, the stairs and the upstairs. So we've got a planning, we can just convert it, quickly do it and then rent it. As normally, it's never as easy as you think. So when we viewed the property, I think the guide price was between 135 to 145. So with auction, you've got a guide price, which normally got a reserve 10% above that. So you kind of know what will be the price, or what will be the reserve price and the buyer wants. We're not going to get it for 130 or 140. We knew that straight away. We thought there would be some interest from the builders and people who wants to buy that. It was actually the auction house and the woman, because we bought previously on auction. The woman said, well, if you're interested in that, he really wants to sell it. Do you want to do underwriting? And we kind of heard about the concept before, but we didn't know how it works exactly. So she said, well, look, I will talk to him. If you want to do underwriting, he is keen to sell. He needs to sell at this December auction. We were like, yeah, we're interested to buy that. And I think so with the underwriting, how it works is that guarantee the seller that he will get X amount, but the property still goes to auction. And if it doesn't achieve that money, then you have to buy it for that price. You can't pull out. You are obligated to buy. But if it achieves more, you're actually making 45% on that difference. They prepare the contract, the auction house. They actually send that to the solicitors. They signing as well, so they involved in a deal. So we underwrote this property for 145. Okay, so we had to buy it at 145. So it still went to auction, and if it wouldn't reach 145, we would have to buy for 145. But anything above 145, we will get 45% of that uplift. The vendor will get 45%, and auction house will get 10%. Like the projects, and we decided to go to auction and bid as well. So you can still bid on that. And we won the property, or we won the bid of 161. Okay, so how it works now is that actually we've paid 45% less. The 45% of that we paid less. So we paid 153,750 or something like that. We won that auction of 161, but we have paid 153,750 plus the fees.
How does that work?
Because the uplift, the 45%.
So you pay 45% extra? Less than the bid.
Yeah, no, the between. Yeah. So 145 was our contract to underwrite. 161 was the bid. So that difference, the 16,000, 45% of that was our discount. So yeah, when we signed a contract we had to pay 10%, and we wouldn't get that back if we didn't commit to payment.
So to clarify, if you underwrite and then someone else gets it, you get 45% of the difference as yours.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. But if you underwrite and bid, and then you win the bid.
Then we get the discount on that to 45%.
45%.
Of the uplift. The difference, the difference, 10%. So our auction house actually made the normal fee, that 1,200 plus VAT, plus 10% of that, because that's the contract. So 45% to the seller, 45% to the buyer, 10% to the auction house. So they're making money, extra money on that, so they do like it. Okay. Originally, when we viewed the property, you know where the garden is, when you see that fence, it was a really bushy garden, and it goes deep and deep and long, and we thought, well, just put the fence in there and then just forget about the rest. It would be cheaper than doing the garden. But actually, condition of the planning was that each flat got 62 square meter of the space in the garden, so we couldn't really do that, and that's what it has. You know, you see the concreting today, the concreting the garden, that cost us extra £9,000, just the garden, so it was a costly mistake. Well, it was in the documents, we didn't read that.
School by errors.
Yeah, so with the planning, if you're buying anything with the planning, it's good to look at the conditions of the planning, because the conditions may be so costly that if actually somebody's selling the deal. But we thought, okay, let's take it on the chin. And actually, they got this planning only because of this map with two colors, which doesn't say anything. The owner, I think it took him 3 years to get the planning for splitting this into 2 flats. So the strategy when you got a house and you're splitting into 2 flats is quite nice in some locations where the prices are probably higher and expensive. Because you obviously, uplifting the value of the property, and you've got 2 rents rather than 1. However, the thing was here about that. So if each flat has to have that space in the garden, how are they going to get to that? Because as you've seen, it's a terrace houses, there's no drive, there's no access to the back. So he had this planning, I think 3 years ago he started, and they declined and declined. There was one drawings we've seen where they got stairs from this bedroom going back to the garden, so this flat can go to the garden, which another cost added. And his architect found an old land registry plan, and they've actually seen that this house got the right of way to go through all the gardens. Yes. So as you can see, the blue line, there's a gate or the alleyway, 4 or 5 houses from here. And then from the back, you can go to the back of this garden because you have the gate in here. The owner was actually quite nice. We had been in touch with him, and he gave us, I think he was doing some connections work from Severn Trent Water, so he told us about it. But obviously he wanted to get rid, he didn't want that to be his problem. We wanted to instruct our building control, so the private building controller. They said, no, you can't, you have to carry on. Once you put that application, then you can't change it. And that was a bit hard. They said, oh, your plans haven't been approved. For weeks they were confused of what we're doing in here, what is actually happening. Nobody knows, where is that paperwork? Then this controller was like, they just didn't have a clue. So I got this building controller in here, and I said, look, oh, this is wrong, this is wrong. So look, let's just move on now. Okay, I know there's lots of things that happen, that happened in the past. What should we do to push this project forward? Because when you're talking with those professionals, and that would be your architects, that would be your building control inspectors, they all looking at the problem. The builders are there, oh yeah, this is a big problem. Yeah, this is a big problem. Now, can we just okay, what needs to be done? Yeah. Because you can't, if you focus about the problem, they just think, yeah, this is a really big problem. Oh yeah, oh, we didn't see this. Oh, that's a very big problem. And then your bill goes bigger and bigger and bigger. So I was like, tell me what you want to do. I want to do this project correctly. I'm working with you. I'll do anything you want me to do, but let's just move on. I can't wait any longer, because with the delays that we couldn't start the work on this project with the guys we got it booked with, because he said, I don't know. They didn't know. And the guys had to take another job because they are going to wait for us another month. So they went on another job. So we've lost like 2 months already because we couldn't start, you know what I mean? So it all has a knock effect on everything else that is happening. So he was happy with everything at first. He was like, yeah, okay, let's do this, let's do that soundproofing. So how it works is that when they will do your final building control certificate, they want this assessment. But assessment they do when you do everything. And I was like, well, how do I know what we're supposed to do? So the guy from the soundproofing company, they come, they give you a recommendation to the builders, and as long as they do everything as they're supposed to, then you can get your certificate. So that was quite simple. But there was a lot of new things and learning for us as well. We didn't know which to do, which order. Nobody's telling you.
That to make it easier, we scrapped the whole building control thing and opened a new one.
Yeah.
So we paid for a brand new application and said, this is the plans. And they said they were happy then because they got a brand new payment.
Oh, they were very happy, very happy.
And we don't have to pay for the site visits because we're starting brand new.
Yeah.
So we just paid for a new one.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, that's fine. We'll just pay. Yeah.
So what's the cost?
It was around £700 for the new application, yeah. But then they check, so what the building control does, so what you got here is the plans from the architect. The building control plans will be where there will be lots of arrows and yellow things written, and it'll be like, this wall needs to be like this, and this pipe is like that. So they give you the the classification of what you need to do, and you give that to your builder, and then they price the projects.
Hi, I'm 𝗕𝗲, part of Saj's inner circle. We had to visit with Magdalena to see one of her properties. We've had a bit of a chat, and we've had a look around, and we've enjoyed on what we've seen and heard.
Yeah, and I'm Barda. I've been part of the inner circle for about 12 months now. And as Josh was just saying, we're here to see Magda and Nanny's conversion that they've done from a 2-bed terrace to a 2-bed flats. And all the complications and everything that they've been through, including the financing side of it, working with builders, construction difficulties, all the different people involved. And learned a lot, haven't we, today?
Absolutely, yeah.
You know, and it's been time well spent.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been a great learning journey, and if you want to be around people who know what they're doing and have a great time and have time with Saj, I'd thoroughly recommend the inner circle. And as part of that as well, you get the 8 Zoom meetings as well, don't we, each week, which really, really helps being in connection with other people, because property can be quite a lonely process, and having those calls and having those people around really makes a difference.
Yeah.
Or sitting on your own at home.
Sure. So it's very important to have guidance from someone who's been there, who's done it over the years, and that's what Saj provides. And I also benefit, as you've mentioned, from talks every evening, from finance to planning, all sort of topics.
Yeah, due diligence.
Yeah,
people checking on your deals.
Yeah, absolutely. So
I didn't get calls with Saj as well, and with IDAS, and their energy is infectious. There's no two ways about it. After all the years that Saj has been doing this, he's still on it. He's still 100% committed to it, and he's committed to the people within the circle. He wants you to succeed, and that's the biggest part of it. He wants you to do well.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I hope you enjoyed this video and you enjoyed the project, and I hope you learned something, or maybe you pick up something for yourself. It is better to learn on other people's mistakes than when you make those mistakes. So if you consider buying property on auction or splitting the houses into flats, this is a great video for you to watch. And obviously, if you feel stuck or you feel like, I don't know what should be my next step, I don't know how to start, or I don't know how to do the next step in my property journey, or you've been thinking about investing in property for a long time, but you don't know where to start. So reach out or privately message Saj Hussain and sign up for his Inner Circle program.